Gold Coast gals that ripped onto the charts and into hearts 6 years ago, and has since served up 2 albums full of pure indie pop.
Everybody rise for you. Everybody cries like I do.
After winning a stack of arias,
Amy Shark.
Amy Shark.
Amy Shark.
Amy Shark! Amy's gone global, racking up nearly 800 million streams and pairing up with some of the biggest players in the music game.
Come on, help me up one more time. Come on, give me that nice, strong, steady hand.
Now she's ready to attack 2022, having just announced a 4-month-long regional tour. So remortgage the house to fill up the petrol tank, because Amy Shark is going bush.
Alright, I'm ready to shake things up. Dear God, this is really gonna mess her up. And I keep on.
Woo! And Amy Shark joins us live now from Sydney.
Hello.
Amy, great to have you with us. Congrats on the tour news. You're playing a whopping, 42 shows with barely a night off. How are you planning to keep up the stamina?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It's one of those things that I'm kind of just, it was a great idea, and now when I see it all written down, it's getting a little intense. But I actually just think it's going to be a lot of fun, to be honest. The show is really slick. I've got a great band. I've got a great crew. So if anything, I think it's just going to make us all tighter, hopefully.
Are you looking forward to getting to see more of your own backyard?
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's like it's for me. It's like a big Australian holiday. Hopefully, that's going to be really exhausting. But it's yeah. I'm hoping to really take in a lot of what the country has to offer. A lot of places I've never heard of before. There's probably people in parts of the country that don't know who the hell I am. So I'm kind of making it my job to
One
find
by
those
one,
people.
going round.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
it's Amy Shark. How are you getting around? We're talking car, caravan, big tour bus, plane.
Tarago.
Well, it's funny because yeah, the Tarago. We're taking your car, Pete.
Yeah, I'm driving. I thought you were told.
Yeah, well, they don't do tour buses here, which for some reason, I was like, yeah, obviously we'll just be in a tour bus, right? And they're like, no, they don't make them here, or they're like illegal or something. So,
Surely you could hijack a
so
Winnebago somewhere and sort of get around in that.
yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty good idea, actually. So, yeah, I think that's the only way. And flying, you know, but yeah, probably just Pete's car.
You released your new album, I think, mid-last year. It must feel special to finally have a live audience again to react to your music.
Yeah, because you honestly have no idea. Like, for so long, you really gauge, like, festivals, and that's when you hear people singing back and you can kind of work out what people enjoy. When you don't have that, it's really strange, and it's, yeah, it's definitely not something that I enjoyed going through the past 2 years, doing it via Zoom or whatever. It was just weird, but it's so incredible to be back.
And is there much of a difference performing to a regional audience as opposed to a metropolitan audience in a big city auditorium?
I feel like the cities, they're kind of spoiled. I mean, we're pretty spoiled, really. You know, everyone does that. And I don't know, this tour, the more places that I was reading, I was like, wow. I mean, I just can't see too many people traveling there. So, yeah, I just thought, why not, really? Like, all these, there's a handful of people that have come to my shows, and I see these same people that get around to, like, Melbourne and Sydney, and I see these same, like, you know, 5 or 6 people, and I think, how cool would it be for me to finally, like, repay them, and I'll, like, rock up to their town. You know, they've done enough travelling for me, so I just think it's really cool.
And what songs are going off live, Amy? You would have had the album. I know it was delayed like last year. Finally got it. You've been playing it live. Are there songs that you're surprised are maybe going off more than you maybe thought they would?
Yeah, there's a couple of acoustic songs, a couple of the emotional ones that I really wasn't sure of. You know, because you write them. I wrote them for me, really, just to digest things, and when you hear people singing those songs back, you're like, wow, like I didn't even know that would reach that many people. But
are you referring to the song called Amy Shark about, well, Amy Shark?
That's the one, yeah. It's like, I don't know, I go through different stages with that song. Some nights I let myself feel it a lot, And then when I hear people singing it, and there's certain lines in it that I'm like, oh God, that's a lot. But I love that. I feel so less alone every time I sing that song, and I feel like we all, we all get something out of it. So
It's
cool.
a stunning song. It's a stunning piece of work, Amy. And I've seen, also, speaking of work, I've seen a fair bit of fishing content popping up on your socials. Are you getting ready? Are you going to be bringing us Sharky's fishing adventures?
That's really why I'm doing the tour. Like like everyone thinks it's like it's a music thing. It's a fishing thing. It's 100% a fishing tour. So.
Well, Amy, I hope you enjoy the tour. It sounds like it's going to be a bit of a marathon, but I'll tell you what, there'll be plenty of fish eager to meet you out there in regional areas as well, I'm sure, as well as the humans. Thank you very much for joining us. If you want details on Amy's regional tour, just head to our website.
Thanks, Ames.
Thank you, everyone.